This morning, I got out of the shower and then I realized I didn't rinse the shampoo out of my hair.
Let's talk about that. Good morning, Chia Lincoln. It is January 28th, 2011. I can talk like this very effortlessly today because I woke up with a sore throat.
Oh.
So my radio voice is kind of just the default voice. But I can kind of pick it up and make it a little bit more natural like this.
I'm just getting over a sore throat. I think Miami cleansed me of my sore throatness, and we are back in Fuquay Arena bringing you another dose of the Chia.
The plane I like it. That's the short name for the show. The plane landed fine last night. We came in from Miami, landed fine at RDU, drove to Fuquay, took a nap, otherwise known as slept through the night. Here we are again, back in the studio.
Yeah, so I get out of the shower this morning, and, you know, I reach up here, and there's like, my hair makes a noise that it normally doesn't make. It's not a squeaky noise.
Well,
it's like
it normally makes a squeaky noise. Squeaky,
yeah,
squeak.
squeak. It's more like a mushy, crunchy, soapy noise. And I'm like, hold on. And I kind of glance in the mirror, and it's just like, my hair is white with
Santa
shampoo.
Claus.
And I'm like, I've got to get back in the shower and rinse my hair off. This has never happened before.
Now,
am I going crazy?
Now, when you told me this, when you came in this morning, I knew that it meant you were thinking about something really hard because you're so committed to a process and you're so single-mindedly committed to things one at a time. That's a nice way of saying that you can't multitask. That I knew that something was on your mind, but more than that, it revealed your commitment to your system and how the system lets you down.
Right, that's what we want to talk about this morning is if when it comes to the daily routines of your life, if you have a meticulous system. I have systems, processes for all types of things. I got a degree in industrial engineering. And
Lincoln's the most systematic person.
Yeah, there were,
give some examples.
I took whole courses on, how to optimize a process in order to save time.
But you were committed to this before you ever started majoring in industrial engineering, which is like efficiency engineering. You were drawn to that because your life consists of breaking up all the routines that you have on a regular basis into these
small elements, and then you optimize them in the correct order, and you look at every motion of your hand and everything. So when I'm in the shower, I do the exact same thing every time I take a shower. I wash my hair with the shampoo. I grab the shampoo, I look at it, I verify that it is not conditioner. Then I place it in my hair and I shampoo it.
That's important.
Usually I rinse it out. And at that point I wash my face. You want to start up here and then let the soap go down. This is efficiency working in your favor. And then it begins to pre-cleanse the rest of your body even before you've washed it.
Yeah.
Because I've thought of this. And then I wash my face, and then I move down and I get the loofah. I'm not ashamed to say I use a loofah.
Okay.
It has, it makes a lot of suds. Wash rags are inferior, but I do use that to wash my face.
At least call it a man sponge or something.
Yeah, that's a
it's
good
not
idea.
pink, is it? It's like brown.
It's brown, but it started out brown. It's always been brown.
Good.
And then I wash down. I wash everything, and then I rinse off. And then I squeegee myself off with my hands in order to enhance the
squeakiness,
efficacy. That's a dangerous word. How do you say it when it's
effectiveness?
Efficacy. Enhance the efficacy. Say that 10 times fast. Of the drying off process. I squeegee off a lot of the water, and then I shake my hair, and then I dry off.
Okay, well...
And it was at that point I realized that there had been a glitch in the process, evidently, and it threw everything off.
Now, let me explain a couple of things, observations. First of all, this clearly confirms that you are insane. Secondly...
Debatable.
There is a child, a whole family of children, and a mother, and they're all on harnesses. A lot of people don't know this.
We're not going to show it to you because
we do this show. We do this show right in front of a window. People are like, "Why is the lighting so weird and stuff?" Because we just sit down in front of a window, and it depends on what the weather is. But a mom just walked by on the sidewalk. All three of her children were harnessed. She's like a child wrangler.
Well, she's like Santa with her sleigh. I got to get to my aerobics class.
Yeah, the kid in front.
Preschoolers.
The kid in front does have a red nose that's lighting up. sorry for that distraction. Anything could happen on Good Morning Chia Lincoln.
See, that was a glitch in our routine, and it threw everything off.
But to me, this
But it doesn't make you insane.
not only reveals that you're a little bit insane. There's nothing wrong. Most people who have accomplished great things in the past were obsessive compulsive and insane. There's nothing wrong with being insane a little bit, Link. But it means that you're clearly insane. And it also means that it exposes a flaw in being so committed to a process that you can do something as idiotic as get out of the shower and still have shampoo in your hair.
Well, but this one time in a million, I've saved so much time the other 999,999
But I think
times.
this also goes back to, you're much more organized and systematic than I am. However,
Superior.
I have never, like very, very rarely, lost my keys or my wallet. But you lose your keys and your wallet like every month and a half because your process is so tightly bound and wound that if somebody throws you off from it, it's like your world falls apart.
I've saved so much time in drying and washing myself efficiently that I can afford to look for my keys for days and still be ahead of you.
Well, listen, okay, I consider myself pretty systematic. I was an engineering major. Mm-hmm. When it comes to brushing my teeth, I do exactly the same thing every time, okay? I start upper right-hand side on the outside, do circular motions across the top all the way to the other side. Come back, start on the outside, go across all the way to the bottom. Then I do the tops of the right bottom, tops of the left bottom, tops of the right top, molars I'm talking about, tops of the left top. And then I go into the top and go all around the inside and then on the bottom. That is really systematic. Yeah. Now, but I would say that I do that 80% of the time. I would say I do that when I've got time and I'm like, my teeth really need some cleaning. But then I would say that another 20% of the time I'm just like, I kind of commit to the outside, then I'm like, now, but watch, my wife brushes her teeth. She has no system at all. She looks like she's stabbing herself in the mouth with a sword. It's just like, there's no system at all. I'm like, honey, how are you hitting all the surfaces of your teeth? She's like, well, eventually I'm going to do it, you know? No system at all.
She's going with the odds.
Right, yeah. And so I consider myself pretty systematic.
But not compared to me.
But not like a robot. I feel like you're almost robotic.
Yes, I know exactly how to brush my teeth. I have a system for brushing my teeth, but I cannot deviate from it. But I have discipline. And how many cavities have you had?
One my entire life.
That's not true.
I've had one cavity my entire life.
You've got fillings all back here, man.
Half of those are pre-fillings that there was no cavity and they were just like, we want to do something here.
Oh, like, this guy doesn't have a system. Go ahead and put fillings where there aren't even cavities.
But I think I can help you. I think what you need to do.
This is not about helping me. This is about me helping you.
Listen. I think that every once in a while you should purposely have someone, your wife, since you live with your wife, throw your system off to make you adaptable. So in other words, I think that like once every 3 weeks, your wife should like throw a cantaloupe in the shower when you're in there. Like, do something to completely distract you.
But that's what happened today, and I did fine. It's not like I came to work in shambles or with shampoo in my hair. Oh my gosh, my system is broken.
She threw a cantaloupe in there?
My system was broken, not by a cantaloupe,
but I think you should purposely throw yourself off every once in a while and become completely adaptable.
Maybe that's what my subconscious was doing. Who knows? Do you have a strict routine for things like showering? I didn't even mention my drying off routine. I didn't even get to that.
Well, tell them about it, Link.
I take the towel and I start at the top and I dry my face with the top of the towel. And as I'm drying my body, I'm also moving down the towel so that the driest part of the towel is what is absorbing the wettest part of my body.
You realize that you're obsessive compulsive.
No, I am systematic.
No, but
I don't have to wash my hands all the time.
There's nothing wrong with it. Hey, listen.
That's not obsessive compulsive.
No.
It's systematic.
But if you don't do it, you get uncomfortable. Like, if you don't commit to that process, it makes you feel uncomfortable. If I were to be like, Link, here's a towel, you can't do your system. Just dry yourself. It would make you feel uncomfortable. Not because you didn't feel you were being efficient, but because you're tied to the process.
I'd probably just do this. Get out of here! I'd probably just take a towel and go like this.
That's what I do.
See? Look, I'm living life. I'm tasting the raisin.
I'm just worried about you. I don't want you to. One day, I don't want you to snap one day, and then I have to just do this thing by myself. If you're so tightly committed to these things,
I can
one
tell
of these
you
days
you care for me.
you're gonna just snap and go completely crazy. I mean, one day you're gonna come to work and it's not gonna be just shampoo in your hair. You're gonna be in nothing but your underwear.
Well, let's at least level the scales here and say, but I can also help you, Rhett. Mm-hmm. I could, for a small consulting fee, I could teach you how to save 5 minutes in the shower and actually clean yourself thoroughly for once. Let us know what you think.
Well, yeah, I want to hear about your process in the comments, but let's check in with Chia Lincoln. We've been away from him for 2 days, but he has changed none. And he's continued to not sprout, but just kind of be in a complete static state of non-growth and non-dying. He's not dying, really.
Yeah, he's. I would say he's flourishing. I think he looks great. For what he is, he looks great.
Have a great weekend. We will see you on Monday.